Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and we got a story again, unfortunately, but as always with Charlotte County Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL and his corrupt ass motherfucking piece of shit agency. So I was going to do a story on how, you know, yeah, they busted supposedly bad cops here for doing bad stuff, but I was going to do a story on how they never actually charge them. If you get charged, you lose your license. You no more badge to go do bad stuff. As an example, Robert Tuck. Fucking corrupt as hell cop. They didn't charge him. If you listen to the interview, it's on the YouTube channel. It was total freaking softball questions. It sucks. So I'm going to attach the interview here to this one too. But here is proof. What's scary is I actually know this guy, and I knew that something wasn't right, and I was right. So this is what we found in the interview. Oh my God, it was one of their own people, Kevin Faber, that was busted for stealing from somebody on the golf course where he worked at. He admits it in the interview, and then Corporal, I think he's a detective now, Jacob Hawkins literally says, after he says that, careful what you say because of our ongoing FOIA request problem. Do you know who they're talking about? FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act. Do you know who's investigating them for 5+ years? Because I am a reporter now, basically flat out. He literally meant me, COPWATCH. Careful what... So here he's dealing with the fucking admitted criminal. And he says, careful what you say because COPWATCH might get it. Oh my God. This is disgusting. And then again, if you listen to the interview, total softball questions. Didn't lose his license if he had one. He was fired. Big whoop-de-doo. He can get a job again at another cop shop somewhere. What a bunch of shit. So we got all of his reports. We got the audio. I'll put a link to all of his reports. It's a mess, man. And there again, like I said, admitted on freaking audio, yeah, he did it. You know, somebody gave me an idea, a point that how much you want to bet that they coach each other before they do this fake interview and then they do the interview. Basically, the coaching before that is, oh, we're not going to charge you. Don't worry about it. But we got to fire you. So don't worry, you can get a job somewhere else and fucking steal other people's shit, just like Robert Tuck and just all the others that have been through there. In fact, we're going to investigate another one. Jacob Hawkins was another one, investigated another cop and let him go. No charges. Jesus. And like I said, he actually fucking admits on audio, careful what you say because of our FOIA request problem. Translation, COPWATCH might get it and put it on YouTube. You fucking people suck balls and need to be defunded and go to jail and prison. Jesus Christ.
I just want to double check. Obviously, one of the main things we got to make sure that nothing's messed because it's, you know, with the things we got going on now.
I get
FOIA
it.
request, you know. So,
I get it, man.
Gotcha.
So there's plenty of accountability.
Because, you know, that's why obviously one of the main things we got to make sure that nothing's messed because it's, you know, with the things we got going on now.
I get
FOIA
it.
request, you know. So, gotcha.
So there's plenty of accountability.
Because, you know, that's why obviously one of the main things we got to make sure that nothing's messed because it's, you know, with the things we got going on now.
I get
FOIA
it.
request, you know.
Finance, they
Yeah.
double check it,
Okay.
and then when Beth does the deposit, she triple checks it.
Gotcha.
So there's plenty of accountability.
Because, you know, that's why obviously one of the main things we got to make sure that nothing's messed because it's, you know, with the things we got going on now.
I get
FOIA
it.
request, you know. So,
I get it, man.
Because I just want to double check. You didn't touch anything work related. No. All right, recorder's on. Detective Hawkins here and Sergeant Wagner. We're at Major Crimes interview room. This is March 6th, Tuesday, 3:25 p.m. Case number 1803-003-422. Here with Kevin Faber. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Like I said, I gotta just go through the cards here. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know what the meaning of perjury is?
Yes,
It's-
lying under oath.
Yep. Lying under oath, omitting certain facts with intent to mislead, leaving out information with intent to mislead, or outright lies.
Yes, sir.
Have to let you know it's a crime in the state of Florida to lie under oath.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, will you allow me to place you under oath?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and raise your hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questions, if you wish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
All right. You willing to talk to us right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you know why you're here.
Absolutely.
If you just want to go ahead and kind of just describe the incident, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
All right.
I work at a Deep Creek Golf Club on Saturdays or whenever they need me as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing my normal duties that day. Got in a little pickle. I needed a little extra money, and I went to my buddy's golf bag and I took some cash out of it. I felt bad right away when I did it because he is a good friend of mine, and it's horrible that it happened. I was instructed by the golf pro, Chris Andrew, to make it right. Before he made the turn, he teed off, got to number 9. He came inside. I made it right, gave him his money back.
Okay.
Went on about my day, and after I left work, I went to his house, and I hashed it out with him. I said, man, I'm sorry.
Who's the guy that you took the money from?
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr, okay.
He's the golf pro at Kingsway Golf Club.
All right. So you gave him the money back that day?
Yes, sir.
Right after.
2 hours
You know how
later.
much money it was?
A little over $100.
$100.
I don't remember. I didn't count it.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So, money. What's the money deal? Anything?
Just got in a pickle with a problem on the golf course. You know,
Okay.
when you go on the golf course, you bet a little bit.
Okay, so it's like small betting or something.
Yeah,
Some cash.
and I got a little behind,
Gotcha.
and I thought I could make it up.
So the main thing right now is, like, obviously this happened, so then they're going to want to know, dealing with your job, we need to know if you've done anything work-related.
And this is the first time I have ever taken money from anybody for anything in my life.
Because you probably know better than I do. They're going to have to do an audit. And
Audit it all.
Yeah. I don't know how much cash you deal with. Probably a little bit. here
Not
and
much. Just the cash we get in from the districts,
Yeah.
which are all on spreadsheets,
Yeah.
are verified by 2 and 3 people in finance. Say Lieutenant Capera comes in and brings me $50 in cash. I
Yeah.
count it in front of him. I sign for it. I put it on a spreadsheet. I give it to Beth Mitchell or anybody in finance. They
Gotcha.
double check it,
Okay.
and then when Beth does the deposit, she triple checks it.
Gotcha.
So there's plenty of accountability.
Because, that's why, obviously, one of the main things, we got to make sure that nothing's messed, because it's, with the things we got going on now,
I
with
get
FOIA
it.
requests, so,
I get it, man.
Because I just want to double check, you didn't touch anything work-related, no money
No,
was missing.
not even a little bit.
Okay. And that was the only time on the golf course?
Ever.
Ever, okay.
That's the only time I've ever taken anything from anybody.
And how come him? I mean, did you know he had cash there? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, I play golf with him all the time.
Yeah.
I know where he keeps it.
He's a good buddy.
He is a very good friend because he is, like I said, we've already talked about it.
Yeah, we got an anonymous tip on this, and they had, you know how it goes. People have to follow up with it. So
I know.
yeah,
I get it.
And believe me, we don't want to be here
I know.
either. So, did you have some questions?
Kevin, do you have a gambling problem?
No,
Do
ma'am.
you need help with that?
We just gamble on the golf course.
Okay,
You
so
know.
that's where your gambling is on it. Because on the tip that we got, it was that you had gambling issues.
That's what I said.
That's what it said.
Well,
So-
I've gambled on football games, and in the past.
So it was just one that went over.
This just went over a little bit, and and I
Okay.
got in a little pickle. That's all.
Okay.
And man, I have learned my lesson. I tell you what, man, today scared me to death.
Do you? This I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm prying, but obviously you know I'm here. So the did you not have the money in your bank to cover it, or you just?
I just want to tell my wife.
Didn't want to tell your wife. Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking.
It was a whole, and my wife's living now. She knows everything, and I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I mean, I've lied to her, and I get it.
Yeah, we all do things. So
she asked me today when I told her, "Why didn't you just come to me?" I'm like, easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah.
And I did something stupid, and it's an isolated incident. And do not want to jeopardize my job, but I have. But hopefully,
you know that's not up to any of us.
I get you.
I definitely say honesty is the only thing that would help anything right now. So I'm glad you're.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if you've talked to Jimmy or those guys or whatever.
I've talked to some people. Nobody wanted to talk to me. You know, but I wasn't. You know, I'm not. I like you.
You're doing your job.
Yeah, you're my buddy. So we just gotta look and see what this tip said, and you know, so.
Yeah, we don't want to be here.
Yeah, you know that.
I don't want to be here.
I know.
I'd rather be at work.
Yeah, I know.
But, so this isn't comfortable for us either.
The main thing, the main concern is just, and I just want to really stress that because you know, is if they find anything even questionable they might see.
Man, you're not going to find anything.
Nothing. Because you didn't do anything, right?
I didn't do anything.
Gotcha, okay.
And 99% of it we deal with checks. Every detail is dealt with checks.
Yeah. It's all
The only cash we get is come from the districts
And
or that people to pay for their fingerprints, background, or copies of records, reports, or whatever they do.
Yeah.
That's the only cash we deal with. And man, I tell you what, it just triple checked up there. And
That's what it seems
I have
like.
never taken a dime from anybody here except this incident here.
Do you think maybe you felt more comfortable because it was your friend?
Yes, that's
Like maybe less forgiving if.
probably.
Yeah. Okay. I know it sounds like they've already forgiven you because you know you.
I went right to his house. It was
Yeah.
4:15 that afternoon. I went by his house, talked to his wife, I talked to him.
And they don't want to do anything with any of
He
this?
said, "I'm not pressing charges, buddy. You screwed up. You made a mistake. People can bounce back from them." I hope that's the case.
I don't have anything else, so obviously I just document and then it'll go to the boss.
Gotcha.
You know, is there anything you want to add, change, or delete?
Nope, that's exactly what happened.
Did you come up here of your own free will?
I did.
All right.
After you called me.
After I called
You called me to ask me to come, and I came in. Yes.
I didn't pressure you or force you in any way to come
No.
make a statement.
Nope.
Okay. I'll go ahead and conclude the statement. Time is now 3:30. All right, I'm Detective Hawkins, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Today's date it's March 5th. It's 6:34 p.m. We're here at 231 Capitola Street, Port Charlotte. I'm here with James Carr. It's James Karr. Date of birth 2265. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you under the influence, or how is this? Are you intoxicated or under the influence of any
No,
drugs?
sir.
No.
No,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Do you know the meaning of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's perjury in your own words?
If I lie under oath.
Perfect. Lying under oath, omitting certain facts with the intent to mislead the investigation or just outright lies.
Correct.
We have to let you know that because it's a crime to perjure yourself to
Sure.
lie under oath. Knowing that, will you allow me to place you under oath?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just go ahead and raise your hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. The reason I'm here is we had like an anonymous tip about an employee of ours who stole some money. So, you know, obviously we have to look into that. And, you know, I know I've kind of got the impression from you that you guys didn't want this to get out or to report it, but I appreciate you speaking with me. So if you could just kind of just tell me what happened and what you know. And I was told that you might be the victim. So, and if you would let me know what you want to do with it. Okay?
I did have some money taken out of my golf bag at Deep Creek on Saturday, March 3rd,
Okay.
probably around 8 o'clock in the morning. Somebody told me that someone went in my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and we found out there was some money missing.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was told who they thought did it.
Mm-hmm.
The money was returned to me probably 2 hours later.
Who saw the money taken? I was told it was Rob Carville.
It was Rob Carville.
Okay,
He
gotcha.
came up. He was very distraught. He came up and asked me if I had money in my wallet or in my bag, and I said I did have my wallet. And he goes, he saw someone going in my bag, and did not tell me his name at first.
Mm-hmm. Was it just because everybody's friends?
Well, everybody's friends, but
Yeah.
the one thing is, it's like going into your car.
Yeah.
If someone sees someone going in your car, you kind of worried.
Gotcha.
And he saw that, and there had been instances in the past, like 3 or 4 years ago, Kingsway, Deep Creek, Twin Isles, of a guy that we actually at Kingsway have on camera.
Is that the same person?
No.
Okay,
not at
gotcha.
all. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it was an older gentleman. We have him
Mm-hmm.
on camera, and being in DeSoto County, they looked at it.
Oh, okay.
So he said, check your bag. I went in, and I had some money there that I had just won
Oh, yeah.
from the week before,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew exactly how much it was.
How much was it?
It was $113.
And who did he say, or did you have to ask him who took it? Or?
He wouldn't tell me at first
Mm-hmm.
until I went to my bag and looked. And
Confirmed it?
Because it wasn't in my wallet. It was next
Gotcha.
to my wallet.
Mhm.
Because I put everything in a little bag in my wallet. And he told me, and, like I said, he was very distraught because,
Yeah.
who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me. And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Been friends with the guy for 15, 20 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, you know what? Let's just let it go and this and that. And then later on, one of the other guys in the group was texting the head pro at Deep Creek and told him what happened.
I know I keep calling you out, but is that Adam Miller?
Adam Miller.
Adam Miller. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I got pretty
Okay.
much all the details.
All right,
so
all right. I'm not going to incriminate anybody.
Yeah.
So Adam texted Chris,
Uh-huh.
Andrew, and said, Jimmy just had, about $100 taken out of his
yeah.
bag. And Rob saw Kevin Faber in
Okay.
his bag. Okay.
So Rob
was the
witnessed
witness.
Kevin Faber take money out of.
Well, I
Okay.
shouldn't say that.
He just saw in his
He
bag.
saw him buy my bag.
Did he see him reach into the bag? Do you know?
I do not know that.
Okay.
All I know is because when we go hit balls.
Yeah.
I take everything in my pocket because I don't cell phone, card keys,
Yeah.
Nothing to leave behind. I put it in a little ditty bag and I put it in my bag and zip it up. And he said he saw that Kevin went into my bag and he goes, go check and see if your money's there. And I went in and I said, well, my wallet's intact because I knew
Yeah.
what I had in my wallet. I said, but the money I had kind of on the side wasn't there. And I knew it was $113 because Chris had just given it to me. And so, and I said, I'll talk to Chris when we're done. Well, I didn't know that Adam was texting Chris because, like I said, there's other people there that had money missing
In the past.
in the past.
Was there a pattern to it at all, or
Not really, but
did they suspect anybody, or
Mm-mm.
no? Okay, gotcha.
Because, like I said, there was random at our club, Deep Creek, Twin Isles, in the same day.
Okay.
So somebody, just like when guys steal clubs, they do
Yeah.
that. They do that pattern, and so I kind of said, you know what, I'll take care of it after the round.
Yeah.
Meaning, I'll confront Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say, hey, look, did you do this? I knew he'd probably deny it. Well, Adam was texting him, and next thing you know, we're about ready to finish our front nine. He said, Kevin confessed, and he's going to pay Jimmy on the turn.
So he said that to you?
No,
No.
Chris texted Adam Miller. Adam told me.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And
So he had talked to Kevin.
He did.
Chris talked to Kevin, and
He did.
Kevin, you were told that Kevin confessed to him,
yes.
and he was going to pay you back.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I walked in on the turn, Kevin gave me the money
He gave you $113 cash?
and said, tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I said, Kevin, not as sorry as I am.
Yeah.
I said, if you would have asked me, I said, I would have gone to the bank and got
Yeah.
you $1,000 if you needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he goes, I know. So that was that. With that, we went out and played. We came back. Kevin was gone already,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Just recap. Rob came to you and said he thought he saw somebody in your bag. Go check your bag. You might be missing some money.
Correct.
This happened at the Deep Creek Golf Course off of
San Cristobal.
in Charlotte County.
Correct.
And then this was on Saturday, the March 3rd,
Correct.
around 7:30ish,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
10 till. Around that.
Yeah.
8 o'clock time.
So you checked your bag. You were missing the $113 cash you just won.
And then they told you who it was? Okay, and then they said it was Kevin Faber, and they said that Kevin Faber, Chris Andrews said that Kevin Faber admitted to it, and that he was going to make it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically after you were done golfing, he came to you.
On the turn. You know,
Okay, on the turn.
After 9 holes.
I'm not real familiar.
That's fine. Yeah.
So it was okay. So that's halfway through.
Yes.
Okay, I'm learning now. Yeah. He obviously was sad because you guys have been friends, and he gave you the money back. And that was, and you didn't report this, correct?
No.
Okay, and obviously I came here and started asking questions, and you just trying to be honest. So,
Absolutely.
gotcha. I'm just gonna ask you, what do you want us to do with it? Do you want him? Do you want to press charges against him?
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right. So you don't want to press charges, and you got your money back. Do you know of any other? Just because I have to ask you, do you know of any other times that he might have stolen money, or have you seen him steal money?
Not at all. I mean,
Never.
I played golf with him probably, God, 150, 200 times.
Yeah.
Traveled with him. Had him over my house for dinner. Trust him, you know,
Yeah.
basically.
So you trust him? You think he's just fallen some hard times or something?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I talked to him afterwards, and
All right.
he just said, you know, times were tough, and,
Gotcha.
you know.
All right. I'll just like I said, I know you don't really. I've already kind of been told so that Rob Carville was the one who saw him take the money, or saw him near your bag.
Saw him in my bag.
Yeah. And then Adam Miller is the one who reported to Chris Andrews, and because I guess Chris is the golf pro that is kind of he works there.
Yeah, Chris is the head golf professional at
Okay.
Deep Creek.
And all of you guys are kind of golf pros, is what I understand.
Well, I'm the head pro at Kingsway Country Club.
Okay, gotcha.
Adam Miller's my teaching pro.
Okay.
Rob
Carville.
Carville, he plays as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
He works at Buffalo Graphics. He's played the mini tours
Gotcha.
years ago.
Okay.
Real good player.
Gotcha.
You know.
And what about Sean Cleary?
Sean Cleary. Sean is
Was he just there during
he's
all this?
just there.
He was just there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he had nothing to do with anything. He, I mean, he's known Kevin a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, just like everyone else, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, it couldn't be Kevin. And, but yeah, Sean is. Sean really didn't see anything. He found out about it, I think, on the first fairway.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about it. And I, you know, like, you know what? I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
It was me.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
Rob was upset because Rob thought he saw something happen.
Yeah.
And actually, he did.
And he kind of did the right. I mean, he didn't even accuse anybody. He said check first, and then I mean, it sounds like a great. Honestly, you guys are a great group of guys. So,
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's
yeah.
you know,
So everybody is. I'll go ahead and conclude this statement. Is there anything you wish to add, change, or delete from the statement?
like I said, I mean, you know, I don't want to press charges. Kevin may have made a mistake,
Yeah.
you know, and in the 20 years I've known him,
Gotcha.
I've never heard anything bad about him.
Mhm.
Like I said, he's
Yeah.
been at my house for dinner, and my wife and I have been to dinner with him and his wife. I said, you know, I don't see.
So if I wouldn't have come here, nobody would have reported this.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
That's
that's
the one thing I told Chris
Mhm.
at Deep Creek. I said, because after Kevin gave me the money back, he said, is everything good? I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to.
Was there even a text message that some of you guys said, let's just keep it between us or talk about that at least?
We did at the table after the round.
Yeah.
I said, guys, I said, look, I said, I'm the victim here.
Yeah.
Okay, not you.
Yep.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And if anything, let's keep it between us.
Mhm.
It's squashed.
Yeah.
I got my money back.
Yeah.
You know, the guy made a mistake. You know, it's not like he broke into my house.
Yeah.
You know, and
All right.
that's just the way it is. I mean, you know, and to be honest with you, Kevin came over to my house later that night.
Did he?
Sat right there.
Did he?
And we talked, and he apologized more than he probably should have. I just said, look, you know, the thing is, I said, it's not about the money. You
Yeah.
betrayed my trust.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't care about $113, you know?
Yeah. I understand. I'm going to conclude the statement. It's 6:45 p.m. Still March 5th. All right, I'm Detective Hawkins with Shaw County Sheriff's Office. Today's date is March 5th. It's 5:05 p.m. We are here at 21263 Berkshire.
Yep.
All right, I'm here with Chris, K-R-I-S, Andrew, A-N-D-R-E-U. Date of birth 12/2/81. Sir, is that true and correct?
Yes, it is.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
Okay. Do you know what the meaning of perjury is?
Uh,
I'll explain it to you, yeah. It is. It's lying under oath. It's outright lies or leaving things out with the intent to mislead the investigation. It's a crime to lie while under oath. That's why we do this, just make sure you know it's a crime. So knowing that, we allow me to place you under oath.
yes.
Go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So basically just kind of tell me, I guess there was an incident that happened, was it this weekend?
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday? So that would have been the 3rd?
The 3rd. Yeah, it was
Third, okay.
Jimmy Carr, Sean Cleary, Adam Miller, Rob Carville. They play every Saturday about 8 o'clock. And one of the golfers, Rob Carville, saw Kevin going around Jimmy Carr's golf bag.
Do you know who Kevin is, or his last name, or?
Kevin Faber. He works for me at the golf course. He's
Okay.
like the starter.
I don't know, what's a starter? I was just wondering about this.
So starting is when the golfers are up for their tee time,
Mhm.
he gets them in place, and the next group kind of like an on-deck circle for
Okay,
baseball.
gotcha.
So we want to make sure that we stay on time,
Okay.
so we don't get behind. So it's his job to get all the golfers in order and
Mhm.
also get them out on their tee time.
Okay. Okay.
So there's no reason that he should be by anyone's bag. He should
Mhm.
be at his cart.
Okay.
You know, unless somebody's talking to him or whatever. But when nobody's by the cart and they're
Mhm.
on the driving range and putting green and nobody's at the cart,
Yeah.
there is no reason for him to be there.
Mhm.
So
What time was this, do you think?
7:30,
7:30.
7:30 a.m.
All right.
They're going to tee off at like 8 o'clock. And those Rob Carville's on the putting green, which is 30 feet away from the golf cart, and Kevin. The other guys are on the driving range, probably about 50 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob is watching Kevin because he's over by the bags,
Mhm.
and he sees Kevin go behind the golf bag, stick his hand in, reach out, grab
Mhm.
some money, put it in his, kind of cup it in his hand, and walk back over to his golf cart, like where his little staging area is.
And that was Rob Carville. Okay.
Yep, that's saw
Okay.
him do that.
And he took it out of whose bag?
Jimmy Carr's bag.
Jimmy Carr's bag.
Golf
Okay.
bag.
All right.
So then Rob went over to Jimmy, says, once we tee off, I want you to look in your golf bag, and I guarantee you there's money missing, 1,000%,
Yeah.
that it's missing. So they tee off and then look in the golf bag, there's money missing, and then Adam Miller calls me on the phone in the golf shop and says, hey, I've, positive we just saw this. I wouldn't call you unless I was 100% sure
Okay.
that this is what happened. So then I wait about 10 minutes, kind of cool off, and figure out what's the most logical thing to do here. Call Kevin in, say, hey, just come in when you get a chance into the golf shop.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, did Adam see this also?
He did not. Jimmy Carr, Adam, and Sean were on the driving range,
Okay.
which is like 50 yards away, but
Okay.
Rob is 30 feet away.
So Rob saw it for sure. And Adam was just, he's the reporting person.
Exactly. He's
Okay.
like, hey, we got to call Chris and tell
Gotcha.
him that this is what's
Yeah,
going on.
he's working for the golf course, and he's did something that seems wrong. Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
So then I called Kevin in. He came in, and I said, you just did, and to
Yeah.
back up, Jimmy is very close with me and Kevin, and I'm
Okay.
also close with Kevin.
Okay.
And I just said to Kevin, you just did something to one of our good friends,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to go make it right.
Yeah.
So when he comes and makes the turn after he plays 9 holes, you come right to the clubhouse. You can go to the bathroom,
Mhm.
get a drink or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're going to go up to him, and you're going to tell him what you did, and you're going to give it back to him.
So you're talking about Jimmy, when Jimmy finished the 9 holes.
Yeah, when
So-
those all guys are together.
Together, okay.
Yeah.
So, but Kevin, he wasn't playing golf. He was just starter.
His job is to just stay
Okay.
at number one
Okay.
and get everyone organized and go to the first tee.
So you told him when they get back from playing, you're gonna go make it right.
After 9 holes,
Okay.
when they get back to the clubhouse, you're going to go up to them, you're going to tell them what you did, you're going to
Mhm.
give them the money back, and you're going to make it right.
Okay.
And
What did he say?
He just looked at me, and I kind of gave him, like, if you have kids, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
parent,
yeah.
the parent look, and I'm like, Kevin, and
Yeah.
he goes, okay, I'll
Mhm.
do it. And I'm
Gotcha.
like, okay. So, you know, he comes in, talks to me a couple times. I'm just real short. Just,
Yeah.
you know, I said, what was the reasoning? You know, and he just said, I was in a bad way. You know, I needed some cash. And, you know, I needed it, and it was I messed up. And I'm like, it's a friend. Like, he would have given you the money. I would have given you the money if you needed it. You know. So they come around, make the turn. He walked out the door. He walked through the golf shop door and just said, "I'm going to go out there." And when 2 minutes later, he comes back and he goes, "It's all taken care of." Jimmy comes in with Adam, Sean, and Rob, and they're just like, I can't believe it. Like, you know, he just walked up to us and said, you know, I'm really sorry. This is, I took it. I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
You know, here you go. And
So they all confirmed that he admitted it to them. All right.
Yeah. Then we were supposed to play golf together like 2 hours later.
You and Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were like, do you want to ride with him? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. You know, put me with him. I want to ride with him.
Yeah.
And make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So we rode together, played 18 holes, and after the 18th hole, you know, you shake everybody's hand when you're done golf, and I just shook his hand. I said, Kevin, you know, I love you, but I have to let you go. I have to fire you. You know, I can't let you be here.
Yeah.
And if there's only 3 or 4 people that know about it, but those people see you back at work,
Yeah.
I look.
I just want to get this on the record.
Yeah.
You did not report this to us.
No.
No. We contacted you.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure that was on the record. So I'm coming to you because we heard something through somebody else.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. But obviously you have no problems telling us about it because, you know, you feel obligated.
Yeah, I mean, I got to do what I have to do what I have to do. But
Yeah. You're just trying to be honest that we came to you. I gotcha. What is a golf pro?
Pretty much make tee times, give lessons, do tournaments, merchandise.
Okay. So you work for the golf course?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So give golf lessons, make tee times, bring people in, 1,000 hats.
Do everything. Gotcha.
Pretty much. Yeah.
With a cool name.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, after that, you know, he got upset, and you know, I said, "There's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry." You know, and pretty much, you know, I shook his hand again and told him I was sorry. And
Did you hear anything back from him since then?
he texted me and just said, you know, that he went over to Jimmy's house and apologized to Jimmy and his wife, and said, you know, that he was really sorry. You know, Jimmy said, you know, you need to like get some help, and you know, I don't want to kick you while you're down. You know,
Sure.
and
But you got to protect the company.
right, and then he just texted me and said, you know, I'm really sorry I let you down.
When was the text? Do you have that?
Yeah.
I don't think I called you.
Let's see. There we go.
Like I was telling you, I just find facts and document them. I don't, you know, I like Kevin. I've always liked him, so I understand you're in a tough spot here, but I appreciate you being honest. You probably feel a little obligated because it was happened at work, and you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. So, do you know Jimmy Carr? Do you know? Did he want to do anything, or you think he was just
pretty much like me?
Okay, gotcha.
You know, I'm like, hey, it happened at work. We took care of it at work, and he's not going to be there anymore.
Gotcha. I think I got it. Yeah.
Get it?
All right.
You know, and that's pretty much as far as I kind of thought it would go. I mean, I know that, like, you know, Kevin's been around forever and knows a ton of people, and
Yeah.
hey, you're at the golf course.
Yeah.
No, and I don't know what he would say, or I'm the kind of person that I'm not going to say anything.
Does he? I don't know if you're even allowed to say this for. Does he make a lot of money there working as a starter?
The perk is to golf for free.
Okay, so
You make minimum wage. He works Saturday or another day if I need him, like on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Possibly if he could do it with his daughter's dance, but the perk is you play free golf. Like right now, it's $50 in the morning to play. You're not doing it for money.
Okay, you get a little tiny bit of money maybe to cover your gas, but it's mainly just to golf for free.
Right.
Okay.
You're getting to play free golf.
Okay.
That's the Benny.
All right.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and conclude here. So you didn't see any of this.
No.
Rob Carville saw Kevin take the money out of the bag.
Yes.
Take it out of Jimmy Carr's bag.
Correct.
Then Adam Miller reported it to you.
Yes.
And Sean Cleary just was there.
He was part of the four guys.
And he was there when when Kevin went back to them and gave them money and told them sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And this happened at Deep Creek Golf Club and on San Cristobal in
Yes.
Charlotte County, Florida.
Yes.
On the 3rd of March, 2018.
Yeah, about 7:30 in the morning.
About 7:30. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and conclude the statement. You have anything you wish to add, change, or delete from this?
No.
All right. Thank you. All right. I'm Detective Hawkins with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit. Today's date is Tuesday, March 6th. It's 10:29 a.m. We're here at 18320 Paulson Drive in Port Charlotte, Unit A. I'm here with Robert Carvill, Carvill, date of birth 8/4/70, phone number 380-4977. Rob, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
No? We have to ask you these, sorry. Do you know the meaning of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, and we'll just go ahead and, perjury is a lying under oath. Can be committed by outright lies or omitting certain facts with intent to mislead. It's a crime in the state of Florida. We just have to let you know that. Knowing that, will you allow me to place you under oath? Go ahead and raise your hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. We already spoke briefly about this. Obviously, I'm here because we got notified of an incident that happened, and obviously we have to follow up on it. I understand that you guys pretty much agreed you weren't coming forward, but that's why I'm approaching you, trying to get information. So I'd appreciate it if you just be honest. I understand, kind of put you guys in a bad spot. You guys are all buddies, but I really would appreciate if you just kind of tell me what happened and to be truthful.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Last Saturday, approximately 8 a.m., 4 of us got together to play golf at Deep Creek.
Could you say the names or?
Of our group.
Yeah. Who was there?
Myself, Jimmy Carr, Adam Miller, and Sean Cleary.
Okay. All right.
And we were playing, getting ready to play. So we're just all, getting ready, warming up or whatnot. Jimmy's out on the driving range with Adam. I'm on the putting green, putting, practice putting a little bit. Kevin's there starting.
Kevin, what's his last name? Faber. Okay.
He's a starter, part-time there.
I learned now. I do know what that is now. I did not know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in charge of getting the groups off,
Yeah.
timely, whatnot. So he's there and talking with all of us, just kind of hanging around, whatever, with his clipboard and doing his thing. And Jimmy's out on the range, and I'm putting, and I just noticed Kevin just kind of like hovering around our cart. I'm riding with Jimmy in the cart.
Okay, you're riding with Jimmy. Okay.
I'm driving, he's passenger.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'm just kind of like looking around, and I just see him kind of looking around, Kevin, and he's hovering our cart. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's 6 carts. His cart, where he works out of, is up front. It's like, why are you back here?
Yeah.
So I'm putting and just kind of like looking over, and I see him kind of like doing this behind our cart.
So he's just kind of looking around.
Yeah. So I'd hit a putt. Instead of watching it, I kind of look over. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And I kind of see him kind of duck behind the bags a little bit, behind the cart.
Like that behind the bags of your
No,
cart.
I didn't see him literally take anything out of a bag.
Yeah.
But I saw the behavior. What are you doing hovering?
So you saw him basically hovering around your cart when he really should have not even been really there.
Right, there's no reason. There's
kinda-
nobody there.
It looked like he was kind of looking around, and then it looked like he bent down behind your cart.
Right.
And did it seem like he was closer to your bag or Jimmy's bag?
Closer to Jimmy's.
Did his hands like Could you see or not really?
I couldn't see the way the cart was angled, but
Okay.
there's no reason why he should be behind the cart.
What did you believe he did based off his movements?
Just snooping around, maybe.
Okay, gotcha.
You
All
know,
right.
maybe looking, because I know in the past playing with Jimmy, he leaves his like money clip and stuff like that in his pocket. In the
So it's
golf.
kind of known that he leaves his money there.
Maybe, because I
Yeah.
played with him. Maybe I don't know if anyone else knows, but
Yeah.
it's open, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah, he could have kind of went like, you know.
So it might have been visible from just looking.
Could
over
have been,
there?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So I'm looking and I see, and then I just see him kind of like scurry away.
So he'd been down behind the cart closer
Yeah.
to Jimmy's bag, and then he real quickly just kind of scurried
Yeah,
away.
just kind of like, you know, just kind of went to his cart.
So it caught your attention.
It absolutely did.
Gotcha.
So I was kind of like, man, I don't really like what happened.
Yeah.
So I go, now he's away from the cart. So I go to the cart, and I grab a couple clubs and some balls, and I'm going to go warm up, and Jimmy's out there.
Yeah.
My heart's pounding a little.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like to, you know,
I
I don't
know,
want to
no-
think.
Nobody wants to be in this.
I don't
spot,
want
yeah.
to think that something happened. You know what I mean? So I says, okay. I go, Jimmy. I says, I got to talk to you, man. He's like, what's up? I go, you're probably not going to like what I'm going to tell you. I says, do you keep money in your golf bag?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah. I says, you might want to count it
Yeah.
when you get back to your cart. He's like, really? He says, someone go in my bag? I says, now here I am in a spot. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Because we're friends,
know,
and
I know.
I don't like to, you know. And I says, to be honest with you, I seen Kevin hanging around the bags back there. You know? And he's like, no way. I go, dude.
Yeah.
I go, just go count your money, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's nothing missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hoping, you're
so
hoping,
he
right?
goes back and he counts his money, and he says, I could have sworn that I had a couple 50s in there or whatever, you know. And he's counting. He goes, I don't know for sure. And I go, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
You know. And although I did not physically see him take anything,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Just
Yeah.
looked awkward. I had to
Gotcha.
know, I had to let Jimmy know. I was like,
Was there other people have said, because I've had to talk to a lot of people and nobody wants to talk, but they, you know, just being honest, you know, nobody's ratting anybody out here. It's just I approached you guys, so
Yeah.
was there any like in the past people said they thought that they've noticed things missing around the first hole or on
Yeah,
Saturdays?
I've heard that too.
Okay.
In fact, I've had stuff taken out of my bag. I lock everything in my truck now
Because of that?
because I've had stuff missing out of my bag. Now,
Is
whether it was my playing partner
Yeah.
or
Is it-
whoever, but
did you ever see a pattern if it was like on a Saturday morning when he's there or
No,
around the
not-
first hole, or you didn't know, you've heard that rumor?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I just Saturday it kind of caught me weird. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Looking around.
Would it have changed if you just saw somebody else hanging around your bag, or when you saw Kevin, were you kind of like because you heard that rumor about him?
No, anybody.
Okay, anybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
gotcha.
you don't do that.
Yeah, it's just kind of
There's no reason why you're looking.
around somebody else's
Yeah,
bag.
because that game golf is like an honest game. Integrity.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
call your own rules on yourself. It's like you don't. think
What,
about
your cart was parked exactly where?
it. Well, when you pull up to the tee in the practice green, you park them kind of at an angle,
Okay,
and there's probably 5 or 6 carts, and we were the last one.
the last cart. Okay.
Yeah, closer to the tee.
Where is Kevin's cart?
He's more up front.
Okay, so like 5 carts away from yours,
Maybe,
roughly?
yeah, something
Okay.
like that. Where he sits and
Does he normally just sit in the cart and and then get people move them along, or what does he do?
No, he
with it?
walks around. He writes down the cart numbers.
Okay.
Hands the scorecards to people. Like,
Okay, gotcha. You can tell I'm not a golfer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to figure this out. Gotcha. Okay.
It's just the behavior looked a little weird. It's like, what are you doing hovering over there?
What happened after that? Do you know?
Oh, okay. Well, after we all teed off, we got to the fairway. Now we can kind of talk a little
Yeah.
bit from what I saw. And I said, man, and there's Adam with his phone. He goes, I'm going to call a pro shop right now.
Yeah.
I go, I'm just letting Jimmy know what I saw. Now it's up to Jimmy how he wants to handle it.
Yeah.
Whatever. So Adam called Chris
Andrew.
and he goes, okay, I'll talk to Kevin.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I-
Kevin's an employee at he was at the golf course?
Yes.
Okay. And his job was to be the starter and all that?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And then, do you know if anybody talked to Kevin, or?
Well, I heard that Chris had spoke to him, where he confronted Kevin, and Kevin had said, yeah. He said, well, you're going to give it back. You're going to give the money back to Kevin.
Yeah.
And then when we got done with 9 holes, like Jimmy and Kevin met up and they did whatever, but
Were you there for that?
I did not see that exchange.
Okay.
no.
Have you heard anything? Like, did he give the money back, or?
I heard he did,
Okay, all right.
and that he apologized for that and apologized to Chris. And,
So does he still work there, do you know of, or?
I heard they let him go.
Okay.
You know, I don't know the exact details on that.
Okay.
But
All right.
so.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's all I saw.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't physically see him take it, but I let Jimmy know, and then there was
Gotcha.
admittance to guilt that
Yeah.
I took your money and I gave it back to you. So it's kind of
Gotcha.
like,
No, I agree. I agree.
you know, it's crazy.
So
So
puts everybody in a bad spot.
it
so.
does. It really does.
All right. Well, if you got anything else to add, we can, or if you want to just go ahead and stop, or.
That's all I know, really.
All right. The time is 10:37. It's still March 6th. We'll go ahead and conclude the statement. All right. I'm Detective Hawkins, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Today's March 5th at 7:39 p.m. We are here at 26029 Luzon Court in Deep Creek. I'm here with Sean Cleary, Cleary, date of birth 3/8 of 81 or 83?
83.
83. Okay. Sean, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
These are common questions we have to ask you. Do you know what, basically we ask you if you're under the influence of any drugs or alcohol, and then we just say, do you know what the meaning of perjury is? If you don't, I'll just let you know real quick. Okay. Exactly. It's lying under oath. That can be committed by outright lies or omitting certain facts with intent to mislead. We have to let you know lying while under oath is a crime. So we're just showing that you're telling us the truth.
Yes, sir.
So will you allow me to place you under oath?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead and raise your hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Like I said before, I know you guys didn't call us. We found out about this through an actual anonymous email, and it kind of gave the whole story. We're just verifying that it's true. So I appreciate you meeting with me and just kind of let me know what happened.
Okay.
That's pretty good. So I mean, it'll pick it up. You can talk normal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me give you a little bit of the backstory to why I was kind of concerned about the situation. I came to the golf course. I played at Deep Creek every Saturday morning. I came to the golf course not this last weekend, but the weekend before, and I saw the assistant pro inside was eyeing something on the tee.
Okay.
So I walked in, and it was just him and I in the office, and he kind of said, "Well, we're suspecting Kevin of."
And that was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks
2 weeks.
ago.
Okay, gotcha.
We're kind of suspecting that Kevin is taking money out of carts or out
Gotcha.
of golf bags. And of course I said no way.
Yeah.
You know, inside I love Kevin to death. I said absolutely.
Who was
not.
it that told you that?
Chris.
Oh, okay, Chris. Gotcha.
Chris. So
That's Andrew. Chris
yes,
Andrew. Okay.
yes. So I said no way. That you know, in my head I said that because Kevin and I have always been buddies. So anyways, fast forward to this last weekend. I usually get to my tee time about 5 minutes before tee time, so
Yeah.
I'm always kind of running late.
Gotcha.
And I got to the first tee, and I noticed that Rob Carvel,
Okay, yeah.
was very. He wasn't himself. Something was wrong. And so I said, "Robbie, what's going on?" And he kind of brought me to the side and said, "I just saw Kevin reach into Jimmy's bag and take money out of it."
Gotcha.
So Kevin was still there on the tee, so we kind of went down one fairway, and that's when I walked over to Robbie and to Jimmy, and I said, "Jimmy, are you sure that you had money stolen out of your bag?" And he said yes. And I said, "Well, you need to tell Chris because it was being suspected that something
Here's happening.
was happening." Now, I never saw any of it. I was not there to witness it. All you're hearing is secondhand
Gotcha.
of what happened, but putting two and two together,
Yeah.
I had to make sure that Chris knew what Robbie had seen.
Okay, so you, and was there another guy there that also called Chris or text Chris?
Adam.
Adam, okay, so you and Adam both kind of told
Adam called Chris and told him immediately what was going on.
What about when the money was I heard the money was returned?
Yes.
Were you there for that?
I saw Kevin approaching, and I kind of went into the pro shop.
Gotcha.
And while I was in the pro shop, he returned the money to...
But did you see it, or you just heard it, or did somebody tell you that the money was returned?
Jimmy told me after we went to number 10 that he had returned the money.
Have you talked to Kevin or anything about this, or no?
I have not.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I mean, so you just clarifying, you didn't see it, but you were kind of like within feet of all of this, kind of
I was not there at the time when it actually happened, but just putting,
what they told you and everything.
Along with what was said to me the week before.
What did they think in the prior that money might have been taken? We had money being taken?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. He
Okay.
must have been suspecting him of something.
Okay.
If that was the talk, and if he was eyeing him like he was.
Gotcha. All right. Everything you told me the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything you wish to add, change, or delete from this?
No, sir.
All right. 7:44 p.m. Go ahead and conclude the statement.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.